Now, we floated during our coverage, we'll go ahead and move on to this next part, that perhaps the audience, the intended audience for this speech was not so much, hey, let's let the good times roll, let's get the grassroots base excited again, let's gin up our sort of grassroots supporters, that it was more aimed towards the elite audiences and elected officials and Republican tastemakers and the consultant class who have been very skittish about going in again with Trump, especially in the wake of the election results. And that's why he really stayed on script. That's why he was on the prompter. That's why he stayed away from some of the craziest parts of his conspiracy theories and really didn't go into Stop the Steal at all, which was extraordinarily notable given that that is like his total fixation for the past, ever since he lost the election. And at least with some of them, that approach seems to have landed. So you have Senator Lindsey Graham, who, of course, has always been, for a while now, I should say, a big Trump booster. He says if President Trump continues this tone and delivers this message on a consistent basis, he will be hard to beat. His speech tonight, contrasting his policies and results against the Biden administration, charts a winning path for him in the primaries and general election. You heard some of this commentary from others as well, basically like, if he just stays on message, if he just sticks to the script, then he's going to be very hard to beat in the general election. And so, proves the theory of the case that was basically his goal, was to prove he could be the good boy, that he could color within the lines and, do the thing that makes these Republican elected officials more comfortable. And at least with some of them, they were taking the bait.
I thought that was very significant. That was the immediate response there from Lindsey Graham, right? So let's go ahead and put the next one up there on the screen as well, which shows you the way that Fox fawned over the Trump speech when they cut away from it when Sean Hannity was on the air.
Well, Sean, nothing like the original. He went back to the themes that put him in the White House, from fair trade to borders to ending nonsense foreign wars to saying we, the people, have been ignored by Washington, D.C. It's a forward-looking speech that recognizes the disaster of the last 2 years. He said, as president, I delivered for you where other presidents have not. This looks like Trump in as good a form as you've ever seen him, sticking to the issues that matter to his voters, making the case to Republican primary voters that he's the guy to continue to be the standard bearer as the original that remade the party. There will be others, many of which leverage their association with Trump to get where they are, who will try to be like Trump. There's only one original who got to the White House and fought. And I think if he stays on message the way he did tonight, he's got a formidable case to make to a Republican electorate.
I mean, that's clearly a shot at Ron DeSantis. People are trying to copy Trump, who owe their position to Trump. There's only one original. And you should just assume, the reason why I found this interesting is because this is Sean Hannity's hour, you've got Pete Hegseth and Mike Huckabee, and you can guarantee that Hegseth there is on exactly the talking points Trump wants him to be on. So it's revealing of what Trump wanted people to take away from this speech, which was, number one, there's nothing like the original and all the copycats can stand down. And number two, that he's going back to the themes that won him the presidency in 2016, which you did hear an attempt to, grab back onto some of those themes about trade and the economy that he ran on in 2016.
Yeah, I think that's right. And look, that level of fawning coverage, that is going to be a mainstay. This is the problem with the whole idea of like the Murdoch empire turning on Fox. Turning on Trump. They tried that with Stop the Steal, Krystal. And what worked? Nothing. Their ratings dropped. Newsmax and ballooned. OAN and all of them. Yes, they have now their problems with Dominion lawsuits that are happening right now. But in the temporary game, it did not work out for them. They will come around. We all know that to be the case. So for all of the talk of, the Stuart Varneys, we should always be mindful of the Sean Hannitys. Of the fact is that he is the incumbent. He is the king. He's got the fundraising element. I have seen no campaign apparatus yet from Ron DeSantis. Also, the theory of the case for Ron DeSantis is he's beating Trump in a head-to-head. Mike Pence just this morning got an endorsement from the National Right to Life group. They were like, we're ready for you, sir. We're ready to run for you. Asa Hutchinson was on CNN this morning, the governor of Arkansas, saying he was thinking about running for president. Mike Pompeo wants to run for president. So you would have multiple people who would be splitting
Youngkin,
the
Larry
anti-Trump
Hogan,
win.
Tim Scott,
Right.
Nikki Haley.
Yeah.
There's a whole slew of them.
Even if 5 of them don't run, okay, that's a decent amount of split that you're going to see there. So anyway, I think it's very important to always try and emphasize to everyone, like, this is Trump's to lose and not the other way around.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. Absolutely. Hey guys, ready or not, 2024 is fully upon us now. And Saagar and I have been brainstorming ways that we can really up our game for this critical election.
Yeah, we rely on our premium subs to expand our coverage, to add staff, to upgrade the studio. We just want to give you the best independent coverage of this election, which is possible. So if you can help us out, become a premium subscriber today, breakingpoints.com, or the link is down here in the description video. It really means the world to us. And if you like what we're all about, this is the best possible way to keep us 100% independent, working only for you.